Why is it not 30 hours of free childcare every week? This is a question that nursery owners, managers, and childminders get asked all the time. And we don't blame parents because we're aware that the government are advertising that childcare is free and that it's for 30 hours a week. Now, neither of those is true. Of course, it's government. What happens is you are eligible for 30 hours of, we're not going to use the words free because it's not free, funded childcare for 38 weeks a year, not 52 weeks, 38 weeks. So similar to schools. But what providers can choose to do is allow parents to stretch the funding so you can have less hours per week, which normally is around 22 hours a week. But within that 52-week year, there are 2 weeks that are not funded. So the provider will often have in their policy of the setting or childminder that, say, the first week of August and the last week of August is a non-funded week. So if you have to send your child to your provider those weeks, you won't be able to get funding. And it's not because the nursery are getting the funding and just saying you can't have it. It's that the government don't give funding for 2 weeks of the year when it's stretched and only 38 weeks of the year when it's full 30 hours. And you can't decide to take 30 hours in the term and then a few hours in the holidays, because that doesn't work like that. You either have 30 hours or you stretch it. Of course, you don't have to use all the hours. You could only use 15 hours a week. It's entirely up to parents. But please do listen. Please do read your nursery policies so you can fully understand the funding and how it works for each individual setting, because all providers will do it slightly differently. And that is at their discretion to make their business model work, because they have got, at the end of the day, bills to pay, staff to pay, and other families to cater for. So thanks for listening, and I will be answering another question from the comments tomorrow.